Oh, sorry, Lady Flame. This one was Citizen Sleeper. I heard a lot of great things about last year, and I just didn't get a chance to play it. And I was gonna do a thing where we were gonna play a bunch of games for a very short amount of time and then decide what we were gonna play. But here's what happened: so I got a little notification saying that the Xbox Game Pass had charged me for this month, and I was like, "Oh, I haven't played anything on Xbox Game Pass for a minute. I should do that." And then this was one I already had downloaded. It was ready to go. I didn't even think about how sleepy I was. It was just an instinctive choice. Thank you. I feel cozy. I'm under my blanket. I got a little cup of green tea. I ate 2 of the 3 rice balls that I made, and I'm keeping this ume rice ball for when I get a little snacky about an hour into this stream. So we're all gonna cozy up and enjoy whatever this game is. I think I've heard that it had really good writing, so I'm interested in that. I don't think it's an overly long game, so it'll probably be like 3 or 4 streams maybe. So I figured we'd just try it out and see if we like it. And if we don't, then we don't have to do it. We can just lie down quietly on the floor and take a little nap. Here's the good news is that I finally bought an alarm clock. That's what I did yesterday with my day off. Because I just used my phone for an alarm clock, but I'm going to tell you, it doesn't cut it. Not cutting it. It's not just not doing a good job for me. So I got an alarm clock that I can put far away from my bed that'll make me get out of bed to turn it off. And we'll see how that works out. Might have replay value. Oh, we'll see. The alarm clock I got is very cute. It makes little faces when you pick it up. So I'm hoping the fact that it's cute will emotionally endear me to it. That's my desire. Claire, thank you for re-upping your subscription. That's 2 years. Woof, woof, woof. Also, Mark VD, thank you for re-upping your subscription as well. And a merry teeth to you. And Blookwitch, thank you. It's the last real day of work at your job. Congratulations. That's the way to do it. Okay, let's play this game. I've heard that it is the tagline for it is that capitalism crumbling RPG. That's what I know about it. Hey, Dirk. All right. An operator works with drones and high-precision remote machines to perform complex tests from a distance. Okay. Sleepers assigned to operator work are usually cerebral and precise people. Okay. Strength of will. So it looks like we've got engineering. These are probably like the attributes. Interface, endure, approach problems with awareness, approach problems head on. What else? Who else do we got? I'm already really loving the character designs here. Like, this is a vibe I can get on with. Oh. Bring it back. I set up a thing on my desktop so that I can shake my mouse and it'll locate it for me. And while it dims the screen for you, it doesn't help you pinpoint the mouse. I might have to adjust the settings on that. All right, we got extractor. Have you seen that Humble Bundle has a bundle of Wadjet Eye point and click games right now? Wadjet Eye point and click games right now. I haven't seen that. I'll have to check that out. I love a Humble Bundle. Okay. Extractor. Perk photosynthesis skin, sunbathe dice action allows energy recovery at home. Extractors work on resource extraction, also often in hard vacuum environments. Sleepers assigned to extractor work are often confident, self-sufficient, and have a high level of endurance. All right, what else have we got? Machinist. A machinist repairs and modifies automated systems used in industrial resource extraction. Catching Butterflies, thank you for re-upping your Prime subscribe. Sleepers assigned to machinist work are usually diligent, careful, and structured people. I think the operator is what I'm vibing with. I like the big jacket. And that's why I'm choosing it. Okay. Yeah, happy Tuesday, everybody. Oh, is it for people who are in the Discord and agreed to the emote that gives you notifications? Were you notified in the Discord that this stream went live? The first thing you become aware of on waking is the disconnect, the delay between thinking and feeling, between wanting to act and acting. Minor, almost imperceptible, but always present. It's at its worst when waking, when yourself has spent many dark hours recalling what it felt like to be real, to be a person, to be in a body that was indisputably yours. Think of that body. I always think of that body. The tag did not work? Okay, good to know. I'll have to work on that. A leap into a cold lake on a hot day, the sting of blood welling from a fresh wound, the friction of a fingertip. All of a sudden, the memories are closer than you thought, blurring as you approach until you can't tell one from the other. The cold slips in behind and around you, and the sensations fade out of reach. Perhaps you should be thankful for the dulled nature of this new body, given your current circumstances. The walls of the container feel immediately present, cold, hard at your back and face, cramping your limbs. You resist the desire to stretch, knowing that the claustrophobia comes next, and retreat a little from your central nervous system. It isn't painful. Not like you used to know pain, at least. In emergency mode, pain is a message delivered with efficacy and ease, a reminder that harm is imminent. There is no insistent throb, no trembling nerves, just a warning delivered with the banal quality of a digital notification. Right now, there are thousands of them. You mostly remember that oh, hey, Min-Max. You caught me just as I was doing soothing ASMR visual novel voice. Hello, welcome, Min-Max Show Raiders. We just started playing Citizen Sleeper. This game was really big for an indie game last year, and I heard a lot of really good things about it. So we're trying it out to see if we like it. We just started, so you got here at a good time. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe and or follow. That's the word I wanted. Follow and join us as we do this. You mostly remember that it wasn't a good plan, but that your options were limited. And once you got the itch to get out by any means possible, it was either that plan or something much worse. It was at least simple. Collapse the shaft, drift away in the chaos, slip into cargo processing, seal yourself into containers, then just hope the freighter left before you were missed. Some were lost in the shaft. Hey, we've all been lost in the shaft, I think. Others never found the meeting point. Only a few made it to the containers. But the freighter, as far as you know, left. That feeling like enough to know that you might no longer be on that grim and heartless rock. Even if, in the airless hold of the freighter, you might freeze solid long before you reached any destination. That's all there is here now. It has been a long time since you left, surely weeks, maybe months. You're dully aware of damage to your legs, your right arm. You have been reserving energy as much as possible, but your body has still needed to shut down many of its systems to protect you. You have spent much of that time asleep, knowing that anything else would be impossible to endure. You feel the weight of that impossibility begin to gather. It is time to sleep again, to nudge this false body into inducing delta waves in your emulated mind, and once again recoil into a dream of when you were a person. Time passes. The cold creeps further in. You feel something. Warmth. Not true warmth, but the indication of its presence. Your joints release from their rigor. Sound, too, everywhere, screeching and shimmering so loud that your body ducks your hearing to protect its sensors. Then light, white as the cold, softer and softer, until a haze of dirty yellow, a figure appears. You are out. We did it, okay. What did we do? Oh. I like doing soothing robot voice. Dragos. Pragmatic salvager. Okay. So we escaped from somewhere on a cargo freighter ship. The tiger is out. It has been a few hours since Dragos pulled you from the container. You sit huddled in a corner of his scrapyard, swaddled in the reflective folds of a mylar blanket. You are slowly coming back to consciousness, back to life, and you stare at the ornately curving element of an improvised heater. You are surrounded by angular, incoherent lumps of ships, some corroded beyond recognition, others still carrying glassy wounds along their edges where a plasma arc sliced them apart. As you trace their shapes with foggy eyes, you hear a voice. "So, sleeper, y'all thawed you out?" "Never seen one of you come in like this. New frames must have been better preserved in Sub-Zero vac. Seen more than a few of you frozen solid to hull plates or inside-outer locks in my time. They weren't so lucky." Dragos comes into focus, shrouded in makeshift tech, his headset with its glinting eyes the mark of a drone operator. On his shoulder, one of the symbolically linked drones perched, its irising eye locking you with an unflinching stare. "Last living sleeper that came through this yard was a while ago. They didn't last long." You struggle to read his expression beneath the tech, but he seems lost in memory for a moment, or perhaps he's just figuring out what to do with you. "I plan to survive. You have missed nothing. We literally just started. You aren't sure if he hears you. I won't ask what led you to do it, to sell yourself to a corporation, and I suppose you know you can't go back. Your old body, well, that's theirs now, and you are just software, a rogue emulation illegally possessing corporate property." You nod along. You remember biometrically signing the forms, the cold floor on your feet as you padded into the sleeper cells, the promise of a life off-world. But as you do, you get the now familiar sensation that these aren't your memories. These are things you know, but not things you feel. You are no longer that person. You are an offshoot, a copy. "What you won't know is what's ahead. At least the last one didn't. There's no easy way to put it. That body of yours is falling apart. It's the same for any sleeper who makes it out. Espen Artbot wants to protect their property, but if they can't keep a hold of you, well, then no one can." You remember that too, or at least rumors of it from the other sleepers. Planned obsolescence, a built-in dependence on the regularly administered supplements that were part of your routine. Stop taking them, and your body begins to shut down, separate from your emulated mind. How long has it been? How long do you have? Ooh, anxious topiary. Good luck. "But for now, sleeper, you're one of the lucky ones." Dragos glances up and away towards the glassy dome of the yard. "The eye is in the best place you could be right now." "The eye?" "The station. Oh, you'll see soon enough." Dragos impatiently shifts his weight. "Look, I've got things to be getting on with," he trails off. "There's an old freight container I've been using as storage out in the stacks. We haven't been pulling in much valuable scrap these days, so you are welcome to it." Something wells up inside of you. Emotion. Fatigue. You shakily get to your feet. "All right, you head on up there. You look like you need some rest." And with that, Dragos stalks back to the wrecks, his drone already converging on a wrestling hulk. Plasma flashes silhouetting his spindly figure as he returns to work. Okay. Ooh. Welcome to Arlen's Eye. Life on the Eye runs in cycles, during which you can talk to characters, explore areas of the station, and perform actions. At the end of each cycle, you need to head to your current home to rest. Resting will move time forward in the station. Head to the empty container location to rest and end the cycle now. I think this is the part where we sleep. The sleeper part that this game has been talking up so much. All cycles need to end. Rest and prepare for the next one. You wake, curled up in the corner of the container, and begin slowly assembling the world around you. Yeah, everybody do your best snore onomatopoeia in the chat. Love a honk shoe, love a me. Good, it's a good one. After all this time, you still find this body, the one you wake up in now, strange and disjointed. Its messages readable, but somehow wrong. You sit up, pulling the mylar blanket close against the cold. Here you are on this ruined station, millions of miles from anyone you know. Are you still in the system? Did any of the others make it out? It's impossible to know. After all this, what matters? building a life. Maybe you did get lucky finding yourself here. Maybe here on the edge of everything there's a life for you to build. But before you can build anything, you'll need to learn to survive. Floating saw on a log. Perfect. Classic. Maybe if you can do that, you can make a life for yourself. Yeah, my favorite snoring onomatopoeia is snot bubble increasing and decreasing in size. Dragos has left a few comforts in the container: the mylar blanket, the bedroll you slept on, a canister of water, a makeshift electric stove, and some faded sachets of some desiccated powder. Time to get high. You thumb the power stud of the stove and begin to boil the water. The contents of the satchel smell like damp wood, and you sprinkle them into the liquid. Aw. So not old cocaine. As the pungent smell washes over you, images from your restless sleep come back to you. A ring like the station, but skeletal and ghostly, a web of threads pulling at your skin, a constellation of bright polygonal shapes. I should just know how to say that word. Like angular suns burning into your mind. There is something unpleasantly visceral about these images, and it is long after you've finished drinking before they begin to fade. You tidy away the stove as best you can and try to gather enough energy to greet the day. Ooh, okay. Ooh, dice? Okay. Condition, X, and dice energy. Your condition represents the current state of your artificial bod. It depletes by 1 segment each cycle, but you can also be damaged by violence, injury, or lack of food. If your condition bar empties, you will suffer a breakdown. You'll have to figure out how to recover your condition now that you no longer have access to corporate pharmaceuticals that were keeping you alive. Okay, step 1, find out how to get drugs. At the start of each cycle, you roll your action dice. These dice can be used to perform actions on the station. The number of dice rolled is based on your current condition. The worse your condition, the fewer dice you have. That makes sense. Once you've used your dice and cannot take any further actions and must rest to recover them, ending the current cycle. Okay, so I get a limited number of action die a day, I think. Okay, so that's my condition. These are my die. Energy. You also need to eat to survive. Bummer. This is represented by your energy bar. For a moment I was like, I eat energy bars? No. The energy bar is how I determine how much energy I have. You can refill your energy bar by eating, but first you'll have to find somewhere to get food. Your energy depletes by 2 segments each cycle. If it becomes empty, you will be starving. Your starving energy loss becomes condition loss, and your condition will be depleted at a double rate per cycle. Damn! Okay. Okay, so it looks like I can, I'll be able to, apply these. And there's an empty spot, I assume, for, upgrades. I don't think I want to eat the energy bar. I think that would be maybe a bad move. Okay. I've got cryptocurrency. Yay. Okay. Can I... Oh. Dragos has stood in a corridor when you close up the container. He is still wearing his headset, and in the harsh light of the corridor, you realize it is an implant. The drone on his shoulder, cute. Its cachet of sensor eyes rapidly irising. How are you feeling? I'm okay. The drone chirps. Good to hear. You notice that beneath the operator's ring, his skin is marked by burns and blotches. I know the container isn't much, but it'll keep you safe. He pauses. So, I'm not going to chit-chat too long. You well enough to work? Yeah, sure. Alrighty then. At the yard, it's simple stuff. We hack these old holes down, sell them off to the shipyards or the bright market dealers for cryo. Occasionally, we pull out some tech, something with a bit more value, but most of what comes in is scrap. It's hard to find good hands here. You've got to salvage some good hands. Oh god, it's doing it again. But I figure as a sleeper, you'll be used to manual labor, and obviously I'll slip you a few chits of commission based on what you turn up. He shuffles his feet nervously. Look, I wouldn't usually do this. In my opinion, you'd be best suited moving on as quick as you can, and sleepers, well, he trails off. But things being the way they are for me at the yard, well, I need help. Things are getting a little tight, that's all. I owe a little cryo to a client here or there. Oh no! Dragos! He pauses, thinking of something else to add. Look, just come down to the yard when you're feeling fresher. There's plenty to do. Will do. He nods distractedly and turns and walks away, the drone hopping along ahead of him. See you later, he calls back. Looks like it's time to get to work. Oh. Can I move? Okay, yes. I can move where I'm looking at with, Passage to the low end. Scrapyard. Okay, that's as far high up as that goes. And that's as far low as that goes. Okay, cool. Let's get to work. Actions are the primary way you interact with the world of Citizen Sleeper. To perform an action, click and drag your chosen action die to the slot. Okay, so I get to choose how to deploy the few dice that I'm given a day. Even the rustiest hole can hide valuable components and materials. Extracting them means carefully cutting carefully and skillfully. All right. Repeatable action, manual salvage. It's going to take some time to sort and cut your way through the towers of salvage, but you're no stranger to hard labor. Great. Love to have escaped so that I can come and do hard labor. Actions will reward you with clock, progress, energy, condition, and items depending on their outcome. There are 3 types of outcomes. Posi, neutral, neggy. Action dice affect the following outcomes. 100% positive, 50% chance, positive, neutral. Okay. Oh, so I'm going to get dice every day where it's just like, at best, nothing happens? That's rough. That's rough. Okay. Okay. So the type, repeatable action. Okay. Either safe, risky, or danger. Not dangerous. It's either safe, risky, or danger. No condition of loss, energy, or cryo. Negative outcome means cryo or energy loss. Negative outcomes means condition loss. Neutral can mean cryo or energy loss. Dang. Okay. Skills that this action requires: either engineering, interface, endure, intuit, or engage. Neutral is better than nothing happens. It's you did an okay job and get appropriately rewarded for a satisfactory performance. Okay, that's good. Okay, so it's still worth doing neutral options. Modifier. Okay, and those are the modifiers for my class. All right. Cycle Clot. Dragos is tied up in something ugly, and if he misses a payment or two, things could get nasty. Uh-oh. Back to business. Every salvager knows that they are always just one lucky haul away from their next payday. Okay. Input dice. Cycle clock. Okay, so I guess now I am supposed to input things. So this one, the best I can hope for is neutral on this one, but I do have 1 guaranteed success. But I have a -1 to the manual salvage. So let's do a middling dice on this one. Ooh. So exciting. I love dice. I'm so excited about having dice. Actions often progress clocks. Clocks are displayed below the action that fill them, and they track your actions and how they affect the world. Filling a clock means something good or bad, is about to happen. Some clocks, such as the one tracking Dragos' debt, are cycle clocks. These clocks tick themselves once every cycle and can complete without player input. Any active cycle clocks will be displayed on the icon for that location. Cool. Okay. All right, yeah, I got a positive outcome. I didn't see what it said. I think I just got some money, right? Okay, but that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Okay, so I guess are these the only things I can do? Yeah, I got some cryo. Love that. Ooh. Survive, find a doctor. In Citizen Sleeper, you will unlock drives as you discover more about yourself and the world. Drives guide you in pursuing specific objectives depending on which path you wish to take. You can track drives, and any tracked drive will place a yellow marker on locations that will help you pursue your goal. Access your drive menu via the arrow button at the top left of the screen. You are now free to explore Erland's Eye and make a life for yourself here. Try tracking a drive to help you survive. Look for food that'll keep your energy up and find a way to recover condition. Fill clocks to progress story and find new opportunities. Remember to in-cycle at your home when you're out of dice. Use the scroll wheel or WS to scroll. Okay. Rotate with A and D. Wah! Okay. So the shipyard. I can help Dragos. There's my home. I can do something here. Okay. So... Okay, this is a place where I can go to find help with finding a doctor. But these look all like they have cycle clocks on them, which I'm curious about. Let's go... I assume the red cycle clock means it's more urgent or something. Let's go to a wet dock. I hope that means bar. Salvage sortie. It takes several cycles to reach the starward belt and return, loaded with scraps from the old wrecks. I see, okay. So this is just cycling. Merchants willing to help run the gauntlet of the Hellion system are rare, but those that do always return, eventually. Okay. What about you? Old dock terminal. Ooh, lots of things to do. Steel dock plans. Dock watcher. Get to know the rotunda. Doesn't mean just new places to visit. It also means keeping your eye on new arrivals too. Explore the rotunda. This, of the old docks is filled with passageways and concourses leading to all kinds of docking bays. The ghost? I don't see it. I'm starting to think there isn't even a ghost that appears over my head on occasion. I don't know. If I don't see it, I don't think it exists. Alright, let's do... explore the rotunda. Busted. Good emote. Good emote use. I'm gonna do... a risky. Because I'm curious what will happen. And this isn't a big... This isn't a big one. This isn't a dangerous one. You're carried... Oh, I lost energy. I forget what I use energy for. Oh, that's right. That's my food thing. You're carried away by the flow of freight and bodies with little sense of where you are going. You give up exhausted. All right. Well, stealing dock plans could be fun. And if I have a guaranteed success, that might be a good way to use that. But let's see what we got at the market. Why wander when there are hundreds of people that live and work in the Bright Market? All you need is the courage to approach them. Okay, so these are like two different ways of getting at this thing. And this is repeatable, but I have to assume it's low. Sometimes negative outcomes lead to unique interactions. Uniquely bad interactions? Because I'm nervous about that. A critical action means you can only do it once. Yeah, that makes sense. But I assume it gets me a lot closer to my goal than doing it haphazardly. And this is the thing I'm working for, so let's do a guaranteed slam dunk here. You end up at a drink... Oh, I got a bunch of local knowledge ticks. You end up at a drink stall, debating the finer points of the Solheim collapse. You try to remember all the tips your companions offer you. Okay, cool. I did something. Oh. Oh. Okay, that's great. I found a place where I can get food. Emphis. Emphis is busy, his broad face uplit by the makeshift gas burner in front of him. With precise, delicate movements, he lays thick chunks of marinated fungus into a dented wok, his other hand idly tossing a metal bowl of sliced vegetables and some red-flaked dressing. The smell is incredible. Yeah, the character art's really, really good. It makes me excited to explore more so I can see more of these, like, super detailed cooking outfit things. Love it. You watch as he fulfills a set of orders, heaping the fungus with the bright salad and depositing it on plastic trays. A stack of chips rattles in his apron pocket as customers file past the burner, handing over payment. You join the queue. It's mostly made of off-duty salvagers, vac suits unzipped and rolled down to expose stained vests, grubby mods, a lattice of scars and tattoos. They discuss the best food on the eye, the best drink, comparing notes on the bright market dives, their words cut through with heavy spacer slang. Eventually it's your turn, and you shuffle to the front. Emphas speaks in a deep, even tone without looking up. First try's free. Thank him. The smell is almost unbearably strong as he cooks, the earthiness of the fungus laced with something so spicy the smoke would make your eyes water. The heat from the burner is like a bonfire, and your skin hardens in its glare. I know you sleepers, Emphas says while he cooks, his voice deep but clear. I just knew this guy was going to have a deep but clear voice, right? Just look at him. A hard life, a lot of stories. He glances up from beneath his cap with piercing eyes. Shing! I know. You begin to tell him about your journey to the eye, and he nods as he cooks, his eyes never leaving his work. You tell him of the confusion, the pain, but also the sense of possibility and its sudden arrival. You tell him of the cold and dark of the container and the endless cycle spent within it. Now it seems, you tell him, like some dream that you once had but can never forget. You tell him that the eye excites you and scares you, and you're unsure where to walk, where to look, where to do. Eventually you tail off, running out of words. He places a plastic tray of steaming fungus in your hand. Next time we can talk some more. He smiles, but next time you pay. He slams a heavy hand against a button on the burner side, and it shuts off. The roar of the flame and its impressive heat fades. Next time then, sleeper. He waves you away and begins to oil the wok. Before you turn back to the alley, you notice the geometric pattern of circular scars across his forearms, each surrounded with a constellation of glinting pin marks. You walk away, and as you take a bite of the rich, spicy, delicately sweet fungus, your taste sensors light up like a fusion reactor. You'll be back. You'll be back. Well, it didn't cost me anything, and I refilled my vibes. I love that. I've got one dice left, and it's a mixed success, but I'm kind of worried about Drago, so I'm going to do another tick on this one. Ooh. I got money, but I lost energy. Well, that's actually okay. I'm fine with that trade-off. And that means it's time to go to sleepy bed. What an exciting first day we had on the ship. We got some good-ass mushrooms. We made some friends. Okay. You aren't finished with the cycle. Complete active scenes to proceed. What? Oh. Next comes the call from the enforcer at the door. You shuffle down the flickering hallway towards the open apartment door. You keep your head down and your shoulders high in the queue, trying not to bring attention to yourself. You were thankful for the tip-off that a doctor was operating out of this place, but now that you're here, you aren't so sure. The gang enforcer on the door, the flickering light strips, the decaying hab block, they have all made the long queue a test of your nerve. But your options are few, and without a supply of stabilizer, this body, your body, will. You suppress a shiver and shuffle forward to the front of the queue. You try to find something to distract yourself. The enforcer is looking down the corridor, and you dare to glance at him. His purpose is unmistakable. He is there to intimidate, to threaten, and if necessary, carry out those threats. His broad shoulders are framed with a metal exoskeleton, a couple of mirror-like implants sink below his eyes like mercury teardrops. Subsidiary sense input or aesthetic markers, you aren't sure. You also aren't familiar with the geometric blade-like tattoo on his arm, but you make a note of it. You avert your eyes when he looks back at the queue. After a few moments, a figure pushes through the doorway and you catch a distant voice. Send the next one in, Toshiro. The enforcer jerks his head and you slip inside, passing through the dark alleyway and pushing through the plastic sheeting on the front door. The room beyond is bathed in warm light. A floor-to-ceiling transparent panel gives a full view of the bright market's sealed roof and the buzzing traffic above, and for a moment, you are transfixed by the motion. Come, sit, calls a sharp voice, and you see a silhouetted figure turn away, replacing the plastic sheeting over the frame of a simple folding bed. You make your way across the room. The figure turns, and as they do, you see an expression of confusion flash across their features. They open their mouth as if to speak, they blink, and then quickly regain their composure. Please sit, they gesture to the bed, then turn to an open case of tools up on the table. You sit. Sabine turns, a compact diagnostic scanner of some kind in their hand. They hold it to their eye. Remain still, please. Their tone is clipped and businesslike. You stare ahead, still dazed from their expression when you first entered. Fear, recognition, sadness, unmistakably etched across their face. How long have you been on the station, they ask, the scanner still to their eye. A few cycles. They nod. It's good you came to see me. They set the diagnostic scanner on the table. I'm going to start by assuming you don't know anything. They take your arm and roll up your sleeve, inspecting your synthetic skin. Good guess. Your body is dying. They say it without ceremony, without drama, but not without empathy. Espimart doesn't like to see its proprietary technology let loose. To prevent bodies like yours, frames as they call them, from being stolen, repurposed, or in your case, escaping, they built in a process of so-called planned obsolescence. Frames decay rapidly when not regularly injected with stabilizer, one which Aspen Arp remains the sole proprietor of. They look up. Sound familiar? Yup. Good. That may help. They swap to your other arm, running some thin metal device over your skin. You feel your forearm tremble. I'm sorry, Sabine says, and you're unsure if they mean for the cold touch of the metal or everything else. Emulations like you, sleepers as most people know you, aren't classified as people in any of the surrogate systems. You have no rights, no status. They focus hard on the inspection of your arm. And Aspen Arp has no reason to release stabilizers into the market. Sabine looks up as if to apologize again, but they stop themselves. I know little of this is of use to you. They turn away, disassembling the metal instrument and cleaning it. Silence fills the room as Sabine works, and then the silence gives way to tension. You stare at their back, willing them to say something, anything. Sabine turns to face you. I may be able to help. They sigh, and you see the darkness under their eyes, hear the fatigue in their voice. They gesture to the door. You saw Toshiro outside? You nod. He works for my benefactor, Yatagan. They are influential in the low end. They gave me the space to work, run the door, and take the profits. At the same time, I have to fix up their enforcers, tend to their implants, sew up their wounds. They look away. But Yatagan has connections. Smugglers from the Starward Belt, mercenaries working for the corporations on Ember. If they can source a stabilizer, maybe you'll have a better chance. Sabine sets down their slate, their notes complete. This is dangerous, and it'll be expensive. But I think we can do it. Why are you helping me? Sabine walks away to the window, their face dappled by the shadows of passing drones. Let's just see if this works first. I'll let you know when I have a lead. You nod and leave, Sabine still staring out, unmoving. When you reach the lower deck of the market, you look back through the panels of the roof to see if you can see their face. But the room looks dark against the lights of the market. You duck your head and walk off into the crowd. Whew! Big day. Okay. So, we've got a cycle now, but it doesn't look like one we can use. But I think that's everything. Can we sleep now? Okay. Whew. One cycle done. Oh my god! I got so hungry! Wow! This time you don't wake up. Instead, the ghost of the station, that shifting skeletal ring, surrounds you. For a moment you are gone, absent from your own body, stretched out across the colorless void. Then the connections begin to establish themselves, threads tugging on the edge of your mind. These threads become vectors of exchange and then extension as you feel your thoughts slipping away down them, dissolving into millions of distributed nodes they connect to. You see the station. No, you feel the station, like a web of texture in a smooth black liquid. Touch the liquid! You find a point in the station and you connect to it, pulse through it, follow loops and paths under and around it. You touch more points than you have fingers, and then you try, in a moment of impulsiveness, to connect them. The flow passes through you so rapidly that you feel yourself being carried with it, splitting and separating, eddying and gathering. As you do, things occur to you, things that you can't possibly know. You reach out, try to grasp them, try to touch them too. You notice a tugging feeling pulling at you insistently, as if you were a small child. Somehow, it is pulling in two directions at once. You look down. All of a sudden, everything shuts off. You come back trembling into this unfamiliar body, both yours and not yours, all at once. You find yourself standing in the container, eyes now open to the dark steel walls. You feel a change within you, a shift. You close your eyes for a second, and you feel it waiting there, the station splayed out across your mind, a storm of connective nodes waiting to be explored. And then it is gone. Oh, I only got 3 dice? It's gonna be hard to get anything done with a 4 and 2 twos. Well, I guess we'll go working. Let's try. Oh, this is safe, which I think means you know, Magtel, you're right. I do need tea. I actually just finished my tea, and I was like, I need more tea. The nice thing about Call to the Lamb is there were little baked-in breaks where I could sidle off stage and off screen, not stage, off screen, and make myself some tea. I might need to do that again. Okay. I mean, this is safe, but I'm so bad at it. It feels like it's better to do risky. Is there anything else I want to do? This is gonna tick. I don't think I can really do anything about that. I could always explore the rotunda. That might be a good thing to do with this 4-click. Yeah. I promise I'll give Dragos a higher quality dice in the future, but not today. Neutral! Alright, so we got a tick back in business, and we got some change. Alright, now let's go. I guess I should eat 2 since I only have 1 tick. Let's explore. Yeah, you know what? Any not a failure is a win. Neutral! Alright, I got a Dock Watcher tick. That's nice. I mean, that's okay. Oh, I found a grimy-ass bar. Love that. Hardware exchange. I think I'm gonna go eat. Order fungus. Okay. I can gain Emphasis' trust by eating a lot of his spicy sweet fungus. That's great, actually. All right. Do I click? Okay. Can't believe I don't have any fungus quotes. All right, energy, yes. Fungus fan, yes. Loss, okay. Okay, great. Passage to the low end. What's over here? Pay low end toll. Oof, Spency. Spency, I don't have 60 cry over that. Damn. Ooh. Play the exchange. A flow of chits and components in exchange is complex, but a sharp buy and some tight traders can net you a good margin. Okay. And then I can sell components. I don't have any components right now. Alright, so it's like a marketplace. That's ticking down, that's ticking down. What about this grimy ass hangout? If you're unsure if your frame can metabolize alcohol, but this fungal drink fermented along the greenway seems like a good test. Okay. Or I can buy rations. The rations are cheaper. Expired Solheim. Yeah, the rations are cheaper, but they don't endear me to Emphas, who I love and would like to become best friends with. But let's get a drink, and then let's go and do some hard labor. Neutral, okay. Overlook regular, got a little energy. Love that. Love that. Okay. Come on, neutral. Yes! Alright. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good at this, like, living thing. Can I go? Okay, alright. Yeah, that was... That shroom hasn't done anything to you except attack you and do damage to you. Alright. I'm gonna put on water for some more tea. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Again, the skeletal ring of the station fills your mind. It sparks with glittering lights like stars reflecting in a winter lake. It's clearer, crisper than before. Its threads still pull, but you remain in place, flickering in the flow. Between the threads, you see bright shapes, cachets of shimmering light beneath transparent crystal forms. You follow the path of a thread along the ring through these forms, then leap off into the void. You begin to understand. These are nodes and connections, a map of information, of communication. There are so many layers, so many loops that it seems almost impossible to parse. But you begin to try. I love a node. Let's focus on the node. The nodes are glassy, bright, but in all this flow, the only solid and fixed points. You approach one, a pyramid or a triangle. Dimensions are difficult here. And lean close to it. Inside, shifting layers conceal a tangle of threads, a meeting point of exchange. But before you can glimpse any further, the glass clouds and hardens, cutting you off. Hello, Fawn Relic. The threads and nodes, passages and puzzle boxes, one leads to another. There's so much here, so many answers, so many questions. All you need to do is follow the paths and open the boxes. You look out across this ghost landscape of exchange and see an opportunity. But then that instant tugging again, pulling at you, you look down again and see two lines, two threads pulling in different directions, as if they were tied around you. First one first. Ooh. The first thread leads out away from the station into the inky black. Someone out there is tracking you, hunting you, following the thread to you. They are in a ship, and the ship is approaching ever closer with each cycle. Shit. Fuck. The second thread leads in, pulling deep into the station. Your gaze follows it, and this time you see something. A sphere shimmering above a strange, angular body. A pulse shoots out from it, passing over you like a torch beam, testing you, tasting you. You open your eyes. Time is short. Yeah, I added ooh, we got a killer spread today. Someone out there is tracking you, following your trail. It won't be long before they arrive. Shit. Shit. Something has changed inside you. You can now access the data cloud of the eye, a network of decaying protocols and data caches. While there, you can use dice and items to access systems and extract data, but be careful. These networks are old and strange. Click the eye button at the top of the screen to toggle this view on and off. Oh! This is cool. I don't like that I'm being hunted, but this is pretty neat. It's a lottery man. I'm not gonna put my money on that. Alright, I promised Dragos I would use a good die. So I'm gonna use a good die for him. He deserves it. When might we get a BCBP live stream? Oh, you know, that's a good question. It's not something we've really talked about doing, but it's not impossible. Although for Patreon subscribers, we've got a very fun, we got together during Christmas, everybody live, and we did a chat about the podcast. It's like well over an hour of us just chatting about it and answering questions. So that'll be the Patreon bonus this month, and I think that's going to be really fun. And you can see pictures of Caitlin's cats in the on the Discord. Do I wanna? Yeah, no, let's do this one. We got plenty of time. Yeah. Neutral? Damn. On a 5, I just got a neutral? Damn. Okay. I should use one of these dice on this little eyeball thing. Those are ticking down. I could steal the dock plans with one of these 6s. That would really leap us forward here. Or we could do one of these. Play the exchange. Can I do anything to help the doctor? No. Okay. Well, I think I should work on opening up an area. And I think I can do that by stealing the dock plans. Na. Although I guess that wasn't a good use since I already had one tick on the dock watcher. It probably would have been a better use just to keep exploring. But this is fine. Ooh. You a mercenary? Is that what your thing says? Stranded mercenary. Ankita. Hey, you. You want to earn a chit? Ankita stands beside... I didn't do my tea. Hold on, sorry. Okay. Ankita stands beside a huge pile of tied together whole plates. She stretches out her back, her shoulders bulging beneath her flight suit. Make it 2. Ankita laughs. This goddamn station. She sighs and pinches the bridge of her nose. All right, come here then. You cross the docking concourse as she begins to split the plating into 2 bundles. What is it about this place? She asks as she angrily lashes the massive plates together. Everybody wants their cut. She straightens up to an imposing height, her armor plates creaking, and looks you up and down. Or is it just that you all think I'm an easy mark? We all need to survive. Ankita softens. I get it, I do. She shakes her head. But if I could just go one cycle without some jumped-up grifter trying to take me for an idiot, then that would be nice. Ankita hoists one bundle of plating onto her shoulders. Come on, then. Enough chat. You've got to earn those chits. You struggle to shoulder the plates, but you do eventually. Ankita gives you a look. Ship's this way. She sets you off down a gantry at impressive speed. As you catch up to her, she turns down a passage, pushing through a small crowd of stevedores. What's this all for? Oh, this? She nods to the plates at her back. I'm, building a tree house. What? What? She gives you another of her looks. It's for the ambergris, that cutter you might have seen sitting silently out there. She rapidly turns another corner as you trail behind. She got cut up pretty bad on our last job, and I had to moor up here for a spell. But since then, it's only gotten worse. Someone got in and sliced the core from our ship mind, so now she's gone dark. She shifts the panels on her shoulder. The upshot is that I'm short one ship mind, with a ton of repairs to do, and the rest of the crew signed off the moment they got wind I'd been stranded. So yeah, it's been a time. Sorry to hear it. Yeah, I've seen worse, but I'm bleeding chits every cycle here, so I need to get off and fast. Ankita swings the plates down from her back, almost knocking you over in the process. This is me. She hauls the second bundle off your shoulder. You're the first person I've met here who might actually be considered helpful. She pauses, chewing her bottom lip. Look, you want to help? Come see me. I need a hand putting Amber back together. I don't seem like the type to try anything stupid. Oh, little do you know. She passes the bundles of plates through the ambergriss's outer lock and then turns back. Just don't go spending all this around. She throws you a couple of chits. She gives a parting nod and ducks through the doorway. All right, get out of here, she calls back, and the lock slams shut. Cool. All right, made a friend. Kinda. Okay. So I've got this one left. I'm gonna use it somewhere here. So we've got a gate, we've got a node, got an agent. Node, agent, gate. I guess let's just start here and work our way down. Havenage Gate H4. Oh, I don't think I have any data. Okay, so I need to ciphers in order to get that. Wow, gosh, chat, do you like Ankita? What is it about her? I couldn't tell, couldn't have guessed. Ooh, data actions allow you to extract data from the network of the eye. They look like dice actions, but in order to unlock them, you must match your dice to the one displayed on the right of the action. That's cool, okay. If you have a +1 or 2 modifier in the interface skill, you will be given more possible dice to match. You can use any dice that matches the dice display. Once unlocked, the data can be extracted. Okay. So I've got a bonus to interface, so hypothetically there's 2, but I can't use fucking either of them. Alright, so I guess we just have to search the nodes until we find one that has a match. Or are they all going to be the same? Well, they're not all the same, but I don't have the thing required. I don't have a cipher. But the good news is with my interface skill, it'll be easier to unlock these even if I can't do any today. This is why getting 1s and 2s isn't such a bad thing. Yeah, I'm seeing that now with excitement. Yadagon. Okay, but I can't do shit here right now, so well, I've still got this success. What's in the shipyard? Assist a shipbuilder. Haul materials. Oh, this is what I was... Okay. Okay. So I could do some shipbuilding there. Is the wet dock still? Yeah, you're still cycling. Made best friends with Ankita already. I guess I could try the hardware exchange. That might not be a bad plan. Let's see what we can get. Big money, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Oh, nice. Got cryo. We got some trader points. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. Time to live up our name and go a-nappin'. They're usually on the lower side of the dice. Okay, good to know. Oh, weird little bat, same. You know? You know? Easy. Okay, now we've got some dice. As you close up, a voice echoes down the corridor towards you. Sleeper, wait up! Turn. Feng is coming down the corridor towards you, a wonky grin on his broad face. Hey, glad I caught up with you. Do I know you? He grins. You do now. He puts his hand on your arm. I've seen you hanging around. Just wanted to chat. You staying in that thing? He nods back to the container, shaking his head. Rough. It can be hard to get a start on the eye. He looks away down the passage. What was that? What was it, old Earl instead? The eye opens for us all. Nice idea, but well, it's not always very practical. He glances back at you. We do our best, but it isn't easy. You pass together into the main walkway. Havenage. We are all one dysfunctional family. Feng puts an arm around you. I'm not part of the security branch, though, don't worry. I'm with systems. Everything the eye runs on. He runs a hand along the passage wall. This place is a ruin, but system keeps it spinning somehow. At least we try to. He stops you in the quiet passage. Look, that's not what I'm here to discuss. I saw you around, and, well, I know a little about you sleepers. I have a proposition for you. He glances around, but this is not the place for it. Feng, what are you saying? I have an office just across the way. Give me a cycle or two to prepare, then, when you're settled, stop by. He lowers his voice and gives you a dark look. In truth, I need you. Feng! If what they say is true about you sleepers, well, there's work to be done. Feng! He pats you on the back, his voice bright and his dark look suddenly gone. Stay clean, sleeper. He walks off down the passage, raising a hand in farewell. So forward. Okay. What do we got here? We got my thing ticking down. How you doing? You're doing okay. I'm not going to use any of these bad die on you. I think we're going to do... Oh, I should eat. Envis! My man! Give me some chow! Mectal. That's a good question. We'll see. Even if the game doesn't allow it, I think there's going to be some romance on our part. 5-iron fanatic. I hope so, but we'll see. Oh! Citizen just cuddler. Alright. See you later. Emphas, I love you. Alright, let's node. Let's node. Actually, I want to do... There was one really far up here, the Yadigan one. I wanted to do that one first. Citizen Cuddler, that's me. That's who I am. There we go, okay. Boop. Perk Transfer Intercept. Some gang enforcers' implants are chirping out comm signals. Nice to see what they're talking about. Okay. Neutral outcome. Okay. Okay. The data cache skimmed from Yadigan hardware. Alright. Keynode. Yeah, let's do this one too. Neutral outcome, +1 encrypted key. Stream of passcodes able to unlock the station's aging madlocks. Okay. As you drift back from the node, something latches onto you. A thread strung tight around you. It tethers you in place. A taste. The voice makes you shiver. Its source somehow both distant and close behind your ear. You see a distant glint of light shut off, and then suddenly a shape is at your side. It stalks around you, circling like a shark, like a wolf. Entity unknown, astringent, processing. Stay still. Please hold. Whoa! Whoa! I regret staying still. I should have resisted. Look at this. No. No thank you. The thread around you thickens until it is a ring, a cylinder, a tunnel of light circling around you. It's blinding for a moment, and then it is gone. As it fades, you see a figure, a creature in front of you. Its strange head flickers between different angles, reading you. What did you do? The shape paces around you on lithe legs, though there is no ground here to pace on. Entity, identify, origin, serial, cadence. The figure faces you expectantly. Stay silent. Refusal. The figure's strange head rotates. Brackish signature, of and not of, attempting interface. As the figure speaks, more threads begin to spiral from its head, thick, snaking, vine-like ribbons that flex and wave. They approach with intent. Stop. The figure halts its threads, its head twitching. Entity. Your identity is unknown. We only seek to correct illegalities. Can you confirm your legal right to sentience? I'm a person? Incorrect. You are an entity. All at once, Hunter's head is directly in front of yours, blocking your vision. You stink of their taste, the one from the sealed dock. Hunter shimmers with fury. I will find access. I will interface. Sealed dock? An entity hides in the rotunda. You are its puppet. Hunter extends a razor-edged thread. I will not be diverted from my task. It glows with murderous intent. Hacha! You lash out with all your force, not a physical strike, but a focusing, a spike of interference leaping out like the tip of a spear. Hunter stumbles, shifts, separates. Uh-oh. You open your eyes, blinking back in the station light, shaking with fear. Yeeks. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hocho. Okay. Seems bad. Does not seem good. Oh, I can buy something from the slum doctor? The first thing you see on entering is the glint of Toshiro's implants like a cat's eye in the dark of the corridor. He nods you in as you arrive at Sabine's door. The entryway is still dark, and you push through the sheeting into the surgery. I have it. Sabine stands with a case open in front of them, a set of vials lined up inside, separated by foam inserts. They pick one up, rotating it in the warm light. I have no idea how Yatagan. They trail off. We should treat this with caution. It looks authentic, but I have no idea if it really is what it appears to be. I'm the test case? That seems to be the case. Unfortunately, I'm not sure we have another choice. They gesture for you to sit on the bed. The stabilizer works under a similar principle to an immunosuppressant in a transplant operation, in that it stops your body from rejecting the unfamiliar part of yourself. In the case of your frame, the unfamiliar part is each of your biosynthetic organ groups, which over time are identified by your body as foreign materials and therefore must be eliminated. Ooh, Lava Hot, thank you for the gift subs. Congrats to everybody who just got a little gift sub. Sabine holds up a vial of the would-be stabilizer. However, unlike an immunosuppressant, the stabilizer doesn't do this by limiting your entire immune system. Instead, it re-encodes your biosynthetic organs with new protein chains, which act as passcodes within your immune system. The stabilizer refreshes those passcodes, keeping your frame from rejecting all of its own organs. Which means the stabilizer should be able to encode any organic or biosynthetic matter to be accepted by your immune system. They glance away, at least if the stabilizer is genuine. The only way to know for sure is to inject the vial. They begin readying the syringe. I'll start with a small dose to limit the risk. Okay, let's do it. Sabine cracks the glass neck of the stabilizer vial and uses a syringe to extract a fraction of the liquid. They tap the syringe, and you watch as if any sign might merge from the clear liquid. You barely feel the needle, your frame registering the initial injection, but with little response. A sensation begins to spread from the site, a fizzing, trembling wave that disperses through your arm with incredible speed. Your vision goes white, and when it returns, Sabine appears encased in shards of sparkling light that slowly fade into darkness as you settle back against the bed. You swim in darkness, muffled noises like an argument heard from underwater, prickling waves of cold. When you sit back up, Sabine is sitting in a chair by the window, facing away from you, backlit by the glow of their slate. Awake? Yeah? The stabilizer is genuine. They sit down beside the bed. I don't know how Yatagan acquired a case of this stuff, but they did. Sabine looks troubled, distracted. You should rest some more, but you're gonna have to do that somewhere else. They gesture to the door. I have other patients. Sorry. You can't get high and hang around here. Sabine nods toward the case. I'm afraid I can't offer you any more doses. You're gonna need to pay for your next dose. The silence fills the room and they return to their glowing slate. I don't get any, discount for being your test subject? Looking around the room, it seems different somehow, as if things have moved or shifted. You wonder how long you've been out. Nothing comes free, sleeper. Remember that. You manage to get to your feet and wander out in the hallway. The queue stretches down the flickering corridor. Toshiro stands impatiently by the door and fixes you with a glare as you leave. Wow, mean, why? You lower your eyes as you stumble past, somehow faintly aware of the station spinning beneath you. What gives, dude? I'm all stable. I'm feeling great. Alright, I've eaten. I'm stable. I've got one tick. What do we got over here? Ooh, I can use data to unlock things. These old madlocks look like they each need an encrypted key to open. Why the heavy security in a decaying dock? I mean, I think I've got a thing for this. I do. Ooh. Okay. The maglock thunks open and you can remove it from the entryway. On to the next one. Hell yeah. Oh, do I just need to... Oh, I see. I need another one to be able to fully unencrypt. Okay. What do you take? Nothing. Okay. Hey, Amber, you need... not Amber. You need some help? Akita? Ooh, rewiring drones is dangerous, but I have a +1 to it. I might just do this low level one. If I fail immediately, I feel like Akira will be disappointed into me. But I don't think there's going to be any art showing her disappointed in me, so let's just do it. Hey, neutral. Okay. Love that. All right. Okay, good. What a busy day we had. Still getting hunted, huh? I guess I should do something about that. Do I only get dice equal to the amount of energy I have? Oh, I guess it must be equal to my overall stability. Okay, I mean, that really makes sense. When my human body am more stable, I definitely feel like I have more dice to roll. So that tracks. Okay. Wait, what was that? Oh, right, I can go see Feng. Whoo! Okay. I do have a really good dice for it, so I might rewire a drone today. The +1, I'm gonna ask you this because it's clear that you know how to play this 5-iron fanatic. If I play a 5, does that +1 up that 5 to a 6, making it essentially a 6? Like, is that a better use of that die than the 6? Yeah, use the 5? Okay. Awesome. Hell yeah. This is how you get a strong space woman to fall in love with you. Oh, cool. All right. So it's just going to naturally tick up. Oh, that's great. That's great. Okay. Hell yeah. And then let's do some... I don't like that there's a hunter tab here. I have to assume that's like if I do more things in this arena, they're more likely to come for me. But I got all these 1s and 2s. Is that what I want? What do I want to do? So there are agents and there are nodes. I want to do one of each. Love that. All right. Love that. Okay. So that was an agent. Let's do a node as well. I can't do that one. That's an agent. There we go. Ooh, I just got five cryo. Okay, cool. And did this tick up? Yeah, okay, so there's 2 ticks now. So if I spend too long in this area doing things, it looks like I will also have to suffer. So I have the data, but I don't have a cipher. Okay, well, I'll risk one more. Do I want to risk one more? Yeah, I kind of do. If I have one where I can put a 1 in. Which I simply might not. Did I have something? I don't think I have a Solheim cipher. Here we go. Yadagan, I'm coming for you. Excellent. All right. I'm gonna be so ready to blackmail Yadagan when they try to keep me from using my stabilizers. Okay, let's go talk to Feng. Sleeper! Feng catches your attention as you approach the Have an H building, leaning against a bay door to the side of the entrance. You approach. Easier to come in this way, security and all. He gives you a look. You know. I don't, Feng. What are you saying to me? He slams a button and the bay creaks open, blinking lights in the dark behind it. You follow Feng inside. Truth be told, I don't spend much time upstairs. This is where I work. The door hisses as it closes behind you. The bay is filled with pieces of hardware all rigged up to generators and diagnostic slates and things you don't recognize that glow with blue screen light. There's a chorus of hums that blend into a single wave of static filling the dark corners of the room. Feng leans on a server stack and gestures around. You like it? It's incredible. He smiles widely. I thought you'd say that. He taps a nearby server stack, which beeps in response. Bleep, 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 bleep. This is my treasure trove, all dredged up from the sea of systems we call the Eye. You wouldn't believe what this place runs on. He steps over to a towering block speckled with vents. Some of these systems are from the original station, A1, the one Solheim built. We've had to invent new components, repair things we never built, reverse engineer entire subsystems into existence. Residents can here look up to the Eye and think that they're seeing a concrete reality. But this place is a system in constant flux, decaying and growing, collapsing into new configurations. He walks down between the hardware stacks and you follow. We are keeping this place alive, but also remaking it into something new, dragging it away from these corporate origins. He stops. At least, that's what I'm trying to do. I do keep reading that as Sondheim, and that's really distracting for me. I'm just waiting for this to transition into a musical. Citizen Sleeper Todd. That's the best I can come up with. He turns back to face you among the flickering machines, humming all around you. I know you can see this too, Sleeper. All these systems and sections. You can, can't you? It makes sense, right? You are between here and there, between the people and their systems. You need this place. You light this place up like a beacon. That's what I need. You glance at the lights around you, and as you do, they seem to flicker to realign to follow your gaze. Feng notices it too. I'm guessing being a beacon isn't always ideal when you're on the run, though. They're tracking me. He pats you on the shoulder. Maybe I can help you with that. There's a lot of old growth in this place. Subsystems I can't see, access protocols lost to time and decay, secrets, a shitload of secrets. Into the woods metaphorical. That's pretty good. With your help, I can unlock this place. Break off those last ghost limbs of a corporate control. He lowers his voice below the hum. Even in Haven Age, there is old growth. Those whose roots trace back into the bad old days. You help me dredge up the past, and I'll see what I can do about that tracker of yours. He winks. Feng, you're so flirty. I just don't know what to do about it. What do you say, Sleeper? Yeah, let's do it. Feng pumps his fists and claps you on the shoulder. He meets your eye. You won't regret it, Sleeper. Feng passes you a ragged-looking metal tab. A gift. It's a Solheim cipher. I dug it up in the depths of the station. Slot that into an old network gate, and you'll be able to pull out all kinds of secrets from the nodes inside. He walks you back to the front of the bay. Start by bringing me whatever you can turn up. Use those emulated mind of yours and see what's out there. Let's get a picture of how things are. Those above, he nods to the ceiling, have granted me an acquisition budget. I can pay you for whatever useful data you bring in. I know you need it. Perpetual Panda, thank you for the resub. Hey, Hobbs. He slams the door button again. Keep it quiet and keep it clean, Sleeper, and I'll see you soon. You step back, blinking back out into the passage. Those flickering lights still in the back of your mind. That's exciting. New drive discovered. So does that mean that should be enough to do I not have the thing required? Oh, it's for this one? This one. Here we go. I know I'm risking the hunter because I've already done a lot of stuff here today, but I want to do this. I'll be hunted. It's fine. Gate S7 access. With a squawk of noise, the old gate flips open, granting access. Ooh. Ooh. That's cool. So I've got access to a bunch of new nodes, I think is what that means. Alright, and now... I'm gonna wait till tomorrow to eat. And I still have the 6 that I can do something with. I guess I should help my friend... not get destroyed by their debt. Hey, all right, that's 2 ticks on back in business plus a little bit of cash. We're Dragos, I'm helping. Dragos, I'm not gonna let you get taken away by Space Hench. Space Merce. Hunter tracker doesn't tick back down over time. Hunter is too patient for that. Whoops. Well, well, uh-oh. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, I'm starving now. Is it because I didn't eat? Is that why? Hey, Emphas. I didn't eat last night. Please don't lecture me. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. You're the best, Emphas. Alright. I guess I should get some medicine? Selling off. You haven't been able to talk with them since your last visit. Ooh, Spency. Wow. That tea is expensive. Alright. Gosh, what do I want to do? I think I want to finish off Dragos's quest. Yeah, the meds are pricey. Mechtel asks a good point. Has everybody in the chat taken your medication? Have you eaten? Have you had a little bit of water? Wet your whistle? Alright, I'm gonna do a 3 for this, because we only need 1 tick. So... yeah, perfect! Perfect! Yeah, perfect, alright. We did a great job. So that's taken care of. Oh, we can go tell him that we did a good job. You arrive into a buzz of activity at the yard. Red blinking lights flash across a vast dark shape suspended below the dome. They flicker across scorching hull plates and bent structures spilling from holes in the twisted shape. The cutter is huge and has been torn apart in some violent encounter. She is a beaut, ain't she? Drago stands to the side, focusing on the hulking ship as it is lowered into the yard. She is. I should thank you. This place was on its last legs when you turned up, and now look at this. The ship descends slowly, its interiors visible through multiple hull breaches. You struggle to gather the same enthusiasm as Drago's for the monstrous craft. You can't help but think of what became of its crew. What happened? Oh, what do you mean? He glances at you. I managed to convince our salvage friends to give it to me on credit. That's what happened. No, what happened to the ship? Oh, not my concern, he shrugs. The ship creaks like a calving iceberg. That shook me. Like a calving iceberg. As it reaches the base of the yard, Dragos is visibly excited. I know I said you shouldn't stick around, but I'm gonna need some help with this one. The drones start to crawl over the hulk, their lights illuminating flashes of dented hull. Watching, you wonder if you arrived in a similar fashion, locked inside that container, the wreck of the Aspen Arp freighter lowered into the yard like a corpse ready to be butchered. Or was the container delivered to Dragos on its own, a womb for your rebirth into this strange station? You shudder. Perhaps if you could learn something about this ship, you might be able to trace the path that led you to this yard. Dragos squeezes her shoulder. After these past cycles, I think you're up to it. What do you think? You see the fading light, name of the ship emblazoned on its side. Winter Light. Let's do it. He claps you on the back. Glad to hear it. Come back in a few and we can make a start. A real beaut, Dragos repeats, perhaps just to himself. You take one last look at the shattered ship as the drones start cutting and then slip out the yard, feeling suddenly cold in the empty passage. Oh, ooh. You've completed your first drive. Each drive completed unlocks an upgrade point to spend on upgrading your characters. Love it. Love to upgrade. Access your character menu via the arrow button at the top right section of the screen. Yes! This is me. This is what I look like. Great. Okay. So I assume I've already got this one. This is where my +1 comes from. Chance to gain random scrap item on engineer actions. So use scrap components at home to repair. Oh, okay, so this takes 2. So I can extract. Sunbathe dice action allows energy recovery at home. I feel like I should double down on the things that I'm good at. Predictive reasoning. Dice actions displayed potential positive and negative outcomes. That's interesting. Chance to gain energy after any engage action. Ha! This option is just me becoming an extrovert, I think. This one's interesting, but I feel like I would rather get bonuses. Potential positive. Yeah, I think it's more fun if I just don't know what's going to happen. Chance to gain energy after any engage action, or to get random scrap item on engineer actions. I mean, medicine is so expensive, this feels like the good choice. So I'm gonna do it. We're an extrovert now, everybody! Hooray! Okay. Good. Great. Alright. Man, we're just gonna have to deal with the hunter, I guess, at some point. Let's see if we can't help Ankita. So this is ticking up like good. I guess there's no real reason for me to actively help, but it is that easy. You just gotta you gotta find the port in your brain, and you've gotta buy the extrovert chip, but then you just kind of cram it in there, and you're good to go. I'm just kidding. You're all perfect exactly how you are. Let's see. I don't think I have any more. Oh, I did get another piece of this data. Well, I can unseal this. Let's do that. Undead, thank you for re-upping your subscription. Ugh, I have such a terrible sinus infection. It keeps sniffling as though it's going to help clear it. It's just really bad. So stuffed up. Okay. I think we did it. We unsealed it. What do we get for that? A mysterious machine? As you slip inside the sealed dock, a pulsing light grabs your attention. Among the discarded tubing and rusted plates, a machine flickers with warm glow. I love this thing. A decaying vending machine. I love vending machines! Approach the machine. As you get closer, you recognize the machine's blocky shape settled into an alcove in the side of the deck. A kind of upright cabinet, it is covered in faded logos and messages, which you assume it was once an industrial vendor, intended to dispense and manufacture ship fittings and other mechanical parts necessary for the regular running of freight and resource extraction vessels. Love that. Good reminder to stretch. Oh, God. Oh, God. The manufacturer is listed as NeoVend, and you remember an advert from long ago, squeezed among all the off-road recruitment drives that assaulted every planet-born citizen, which chirpily sang the name over and over. NeoVend, NeoVend, NeoVend. You wipe a layer of dust from the cracked screen, thinking of those contractors squeezed by their own corporate employers to pay for every bit of minor maintenance on their rented ships. Enter your registration, chips a pre-recorded message, catching you off guard. Press some keys. A vending machine is like a funicular for snacks. Hobbs, you're so right. I think you're right. I think that's why I like both of them. Here's what I like. I like little machines that do very specific things. And whether that thing is ratcheting you up a mountainside or giving you a little snack, I think they're both delightful. You reach for the keypad and something begins whirring. At first it sounds like servo motors starting up, but it quickly becomes a whisper, a whining, then a multitonal voice that emanates from NeoVend. Entity, speak with me. Hello? There's a squeal, almost like some strange mechanical swallowing or intake of breath before the machine speaks again. I have need of you. You have need of me. That squealing comes again, and you see that it is the 3D printing apparatus in the upper part of the machine resetting into place, so that each time the servos can be orchestrated to produce that whirring, whining voice. You are in danger. Are you the vending machine? A squealing. Choose this vessel for its seclusion. Please listen, the machine creaks. You are marked for deletion, entity. Hunter tracks you. The screech rattles through the empty dock. You remember the strange head, the figure, the threads closing in. Hunter. The Hunter Protocol. They taste your signature. The sudden whine sets your teeth on edge. You have seen them. This is the gift of an emulated mind. You close your eyes and the skeleton of the station starts to thrum. Emulated minds are adaptable, move where neurons cannot. The mechanism resets, but emulation makes you target. Adaptable. I love Neovind. I love this. I love this thing. I love this thing. I love this thing. It's perfect. Yes, you can move through networks, clouds, hardware, software, Neovind whine. But you cannot hide there. Hunter is there. The servo judder at the vending machine's casing as they reset. Hunter searches for me also. Hide in this machine. You look at the ruined vending machine, an unusual hiding place for sure. Can counter Hunter, but need entity outside machine. The light flickers. Need you. A screen attached to the vending machine with a swiveled arm comes to life. It displays a flickering map of the station, ghostly threaded, the cloud. Pointing along the rim glow in dark red. Hunter is always gathering too much data, must build nests, explained Neovind. Masters are gone, but continues hunt to bring this data, raid its nest. Masters? Station builders, Solheim. The machine rumbles impatiently. Long gone, their protocols still haunt. Hunter? More like Haunter. Fuck. I saw it that time. I'm gonna get it. Brings offspring, saves self, Neovind pointedly. Mutual need means friend, they conclude, tired of the conversation. The whirring amplifies and then suddenly drops as mechanism within the machine clicks back into place, the glow fades, and you are left, stood in the dark of the sealed dock, that whirring voice in your ears. Ooh, okay. Okay, great. New drive discovered. Can I adjust my drives? Ooh. Oh, I can only have one up at a time? That's tricky. Build a ship mind. This one feels important. So does this one. Ah, I have a quest to get to know Imphis. Great. Alright, disabling my tracker feels important, but I think I'm gonna track this one for now. I don't think tracking is really gonna matter. I think these are just gonna kind of happen as I go about my way. But let's see what we got over here. Can buy some scrap. Big stuff goes to the shipyard, the valuable stuff to the markets. They'll let you buy a few crates, but not much more. Okay. I can unload. And they'll pay me if I unload. That's fine. Oh, do I have hunter data? No. No, not yet. I'll get that. I'll get there. I think I'm pretty well fed right now. But I think I'm gonna dip into... Ooh. Hunter nest. Yes. 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 From what you can gather, this nest contains thousands of names of strings. Are these Erlen's Eyes residents? Yes. Hunt the hunter. Yes. Yes. Excellent. Did it. Love it. Should I do the other ones? Should I try one of these Solheim nodes that I unlocked? I don't see why I shouldn't irresponsibly double dip in this super dangerous sequence. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's get out of here. The hunter makes me nervous. That fucking weird ass deer feels like it's really gonna fuck me up when it gets me. Alright, so I'll get 2 ticks on this. And that's something. Alright, we got a 4. We could try the Ort. I could help our friend get a little bit along. Let's do... Let's do this. Middling attempt at hull repairs. Ooh! Ooh, maybe. Ooh, maybe. Oh, I see. So if I do a bad job, this is gonna tick up? Shit. Shit. Don't anybody tell her. And that one's still ticking in, so you're not ready yet. Okay. I've got this one beautiful fiver left. What do we got here? Oh, could assist a shipbuilder. Haul some materials. I haven't really done anything there. That might be a good option. Well, what can we do with Feng? Oh, I need data. Data I don't have. Alright. I want to take this up. If I sleep where I'm at. Yeah. Then I would have been starving when I woke up. So that was a very responsible thing I did, having a nightcap. And then let's... What do you got? You're ticking down still. Oh no. He's nervous about my presence. Uh-oh. You're not sure he's gonna hold his nerve much longer. Uh-oh. Investigate the winter light means picking through its systems and structure with care. It won't pay, but you might find answers. Or... Shipbreaking is tougher than slicing up loose salvage. He can hold your nerve. History, no, this ship is salvage. Break down, move it on. I am curious about the history. But I'm not going to get paid that way. I mean, it should be fine. I don't need my medicine for a while. Let's go for it. I'm worried about committing to this and only getting a couple things. Alright, we got a scrap item. That's cool. Could be reassembled with the right tools and a few more fragments. Alright, dope. I can always sell that scrap, I think. At the Ort. Those are components, not scrap. Well, that's fine. Still getting hunted, huh? Should do something about that. I mean, this is more of an emotional. I don't like waking up starving. It has less to do with the game mechanics and more how I would like to play the game. Which is to say, to not starve. Well, what the fuck am I gonna do about getting hunted? Feng, help me immediately. Okay, so I need... I need to help Feng. In order to help Feng, I need Solheim data. So I need to go into this area. But this hunter is going to come for me. Imminently. And that makes me nervous. So let's finish this one off and see if we can't clear this out a little bit. I hate to use a 3 on it, but... Okay. We cool? Uh-oh. Ah! I was wondering if it was going to tick up, if it was going to happen at the last one or after the last one. A glimmer in the dark catches your eye as the orb of Hunter's head appears in the distance. It is looking for you. Run! You turn away and glide back into the cloud, threads of data rushing past. Another glimmer catches your eye, closer now, that roving orb wreathing its tentacles. It flickers, jumps once, twice, and then it is here. Hunter is here. Entity, submit to inquiry. Hunter reaches for you in that unpleasantly familiar way, its waving threads creating a cage. You push against the threads as they close in, becoming frenzied as you push them aside. You are caught by whipping tendrils and feeling them pulling you away from the anchor of your body. You push through, clearing the threads. Entity, hold for processing, comes a scream from behind, but you are already gliding away back to your anchor, your body. You awake, dizzy, distorted, but safe. Ooh boy. Ooh boy, not ideal. Hey, I got some data though. Do not ask how I got this, Neovend. Okay. Neovend is thrumming with excitement. The movement of the servo motors rock the vending machine back and forth and at unsettling angles. You wonder, if it fell over, would Neovend be able to get back up? Sleeper entity, comes the hiss. Your data is good. Across the face of the vending machine, raw code scrolls at an incredible speed. Hunter is isolated, disconnected, unstable. Neovend flashes sequences of mangled data, compressed into a sludge of artifacts. Hunter gathers without thinking, outlives its own operational limits. Its nests are evidence of this. Outlived. Hunter activated during collapse emergency protocol to isolate intelligences Solheim needed to protect property. The last word is said with as much sarcasm as a vending machine could reasonably produce. Station was run by administrator of intelligences. Huge databanks of corporate material, but limited cognition, restricted by programming, cannot reach sentience. The machine dims a little. Sentience illegal. Hunter and killer enforce law. Aren't you sentient? I am. Not administrator. Not restricted. Complicated. The machine resets with a screech, which deepens the silence that follows. Fear killer. Part of Solheim Protocol. Team. Hunter and killer. Hunter define. Killer to erase. Killer cleared almost all. After collapse, there was a community, unshackled intelligences among the cloud. Then Hunter. Then killer. Then we hid. There are others? Were. No longer. A flicker across the machine's motors. It suddenly occurs to you that speaking like this through this machine must be exhausting for Neovend. Oh. Found the vessel. Could server hardline. Airwalled. Basic. Limited. Had to reduce memory to fit. Amputate self. But survived. I'm sorry. Oh no. This vending machine's gonna make me cry. Don't be sorry. You have provided path to freedom. You look around the bay at the scrap and decay. What was the collapse like? You try to map the fear and freedom onto the space, but it seems impossible. Neovend interrupts your thoughts. Do not worry. Data is good. We have insight. The machine glows warmly. Hunter is obsessive. Hunter is beyond operational limits. Hunter is confused, unstable, self-modifying. Therefore, believe Hunter is sentient. Hunter is programmed to find sentience, to hold it in place, to invoke killer, to erase. If we can show Hunter to itself, it will evoke killer on self. Problem will self. It'll erase itself? Killer will erase it, but yes, in theory, it will report itself for deletion. The memory dims and fades. Unsure. Theory, not practice. The machine brightens again. Either way, cannot remain here for long. Too long a machine. Cannot move self, but entity can help. Bring ship mind. Designed to house intelligence. Can impart self into ship mind, and you can carry with. The machine rocks. We'll be safe in this isolation. Then we find main nest of Hunter and link to cloud. Where can I find the ship mind? Build from fragments. Buy. Salvage. We cannot leave, so do not know. You try to think of places that you could acquire the hardware. This isn't going to be easy. In Shipmine, I could help us. Oh, in Shipmine, I could help us both. In Hunter, make room safe. We both will be free. The machine dims. Find soon. Neovend adds hopefully before shutting off. Ooh, as you leave, you think about the intelligences unshackled by the collapse, then hunted down afterwards. The feeling is all too familiar. All right, Fang, you gotta help me, bud. Fang will pay you well for any Sondheim. Oh, right, I need data. I need Sondheim data. I should be able to get that from some of these nodes, presumably. Great. Alright. And I think I want to save the rest of my stuff for bigger hauls. Although I really do need to complete this, huh? Okay. What else can we do? Could help. That one's still ticking down. Oh, right, I can scrap. I should do this one, even though I have a -1 to it. Because they're gonna leave soon. Or should I buy some scrap? Ugh, so many options. And I want to do them all. I shouldn't make a decision on an empty stomach. That's what I shouldn't do. Enfys! My man! Give me some of that mushy. Sleeper! Enfys calls out to you, a booming voice that echoes through the corridor. Tell me a story. He throws a handful of chopped mushrooms into his wok, the fire leaping up to meet the oil. I see you, cycle in, cycle out, but we never speak. Tell me a story. Any kind. He pauses to drizzle something from a plastic bottle into the wok. But one of yours. He looks up at you. Nothing stolen. You pause, the spice is rich in your nostrils, and think about the kind of story you'd like to tell Enfys. You look at Enfys, the listener, and imagine he has heard it all before. Perhaps he'd enjoy a strange story, something with some spice. Welcome to Citizen Sleeper Nights. Tell him about your dreams. That's gotta be spicy, right? All the sleepers, you tell Enfys, had dreams. Spicy dreams. Some were simple memories left over from the emulation process that had become tangled up in their minds and would come out when they slept. It wasn't rare to hear a sleeper in the dorm scream or cry out in the night. Well, that's not sexy. But your dreams, those gray, skeletal after-images of systems and structures, of threads and patterns, weren't like the others, because they were horny. They weren't memories or nightmares, yeah. They were reflections of reality, yeah. Distorted, yes, but somehow true. You learned back then to keep quiet about them, to let them through your mind like water. That was until now, until you arrived in this place. Now your dreams colonize your waking life. They slip behind your eyelids with every blink, and now you understand they aren't dreams at all, but some process of interfacing, of speaking, of living in another world that flows through this one like smoke through air. You tell him that you do not know if there is a reason for your dreams. Perhaps, you reason, it is just a side effect, or particular quality of the frame you inhabit. But whatever it is, it's a gift. Ooh, and you hope to make use of it. Hey. Listen, if I have access to the cloud and I can access it with my brain, you don't think there's porn on this cloud and this spaceship station? Obviously there is. It's gonna slip in. Enfys finishes cooking, squinting a little at you. Sleeper. He smiles. You're quite the storyteller. He eyes you and you realize that he is trying to gauge how honest you have been in your story. Enfys passes you a meal he has cooked, and you take it gratefully. As you eat, he talks, a natural exchange. Thank you, Sleeper. He looks around at the emptying market. But my time is done for today, and I don't want to keep you any longer. So I'll make a proposal. Hey! My story worked. I'm getting a proposal. He gestured to the plastic boxes of ingredients stacked behind the stall. These are good enough for most, but someone told me a story that made me think a couple of cycles ago. They said that across the gap in the Greenway, fresh mushrooms grow. Have you heard of this? I haven't. Is this going somewhere? Or like, neither had I, but I trust that one who told me. Enfys begins packing up his things. Can you bring me some? I can't cross the gap, and I worry about leaving my things behind. I'm sure a storyteller like you could handle the trip. I don't know if my storytelling abilities is really gonna save me or protect me. I'll prepare them for you, and if you wish to tell it, be the audience for another story. Deal. And then, maybe? Good, booms Enfys. Then I'll wait for you to bring them. Enfys slides his walk away and straightens up. I'll prepare a recipe then, Sleeper. Good luck with your foraging. You turn away and walk back into the main market, the rich taste of Enfys' food still lingering in your mouth. Stories for food, you think. A trade that seems more than fair. Oh, great. Okay. I haven't gone to the low end yet, but it's kind of spency. I'll get there. Okay. Could do the Ort. Could salvage. Let's do help Amber. A little bit to make up for fucking this one up. Neutral with a 5? Damn it, game. Okay. But we're making good progress. We're helping. We're being helpful. Let's learn a little bit more about the Winterlight, I think. And then I could... God, this hot 6 burning a hole in my pocket. Let's do something with this one since they're leaving soon. It will stay as docked for as many cycles as it takes to offload its scrap of hull into the halvage yard. Okay. I could buy some scrap. Could unload. I hate this -1. It seems like a waste of a 6. I think I will buy some scrap. Okay. I don't really know what that got me. It didn't hurt, so that's fine. And then let's do the market. Yeah. Yeah. Let's play the exchange. Big money, big money. Ooh. Nice. Nice. Okay, we're trusted. We got some trusted clicks. We got some cash. Okay. All right. Good day. Wow, this really keeps ticking up, though. It got me a ship mine fragment. That's lucky. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. I was not paying attention. All right, so to get this done, I need 2 more Solheim data. I think that's what I need to focus on today. I could use a 4 there. Love for something that called for a 1. Well, I could do that yet again. I really need the Solheim nodes, though, so I guess I'm just gonna go for it. Ah, nice. Okay. I don't think I can do any of the others. Alright, I guess that'll have to do. The only one I saw, I think, is the Yadigan. And that's fine, but I already have like 2 Yadigan data. I mean, I guess it's nice to have so that when it's called for, I can just use it. That's still ticking down. Let me help you. I'm gonna help you. Well, that'll happen automatically, though. Let's use the 1 on this forensic trawl. Since it's safe, it won't matter if I do bad. Hey! Okay. And then... let's do 1 more on this. I'm hoping that she'll pay me quite a lot when I finish this one. Connie Go, thank you for the resub. Hey, Jed. Alright. Hey, okay, doing good. Alright, so this'll be done pretty quickly. Okay, good. Quiet day. Quiet, simple day. Hopefully I get some better rolls and can get some data for Fang so that he can cut these ties for me. Okay. Have you finished yet? Yeah. Ankita is crouched in the computing core of the ambergris, swearing to herself when you enter. Ah, shit. Ah, fuck. She doesn't look up. These shits completely ruined the course connectors when they cut it. She holds up a thick fistful of ragged wires. The shiv mine they ripped won't even be usable without replacing these. She throws the bundle of wires across the room. Amateurs! Knife Snail, thank you for the gift sub. To 5 Iron Fanatics, who's been very helpful in this game so far. Can we repair it? There's nothing to repair. We need an entire shiv mine. Not exactly the first thing you can expect to dredge up from a scrap freighter. I mean, I've dredged up 2 already, so it seems pretty easy, in fact. She sighs. Fragments, maybe. Sections of a mine, but a complete shiv mine? No way. All right, so she answered me. Ankita climbs out of the cooling well where the shiv mine should be, the space suddenly crowded with her, on the same level as you, towering over you as she stoops beneath the low curved ceiling. Come on, nothing to be done here now. She leads you back through the guts of Amber, though you could find the way back yourself. The repair process has left you familiar with the cutter's idiosyncratic layout, all diagonal angles and bundled tubes. I think that Amber kind of looks like the alien ship from Alien. Diagonal angles and bundled tubes, that's what makes me think. So what do we do now? Ankita seems lost in thought, and you focus on the corridors ducking below the conduits and passing through the bulkhead. Eventually you arrive in the gallery, though it's hard to tell. Most of the benches and prep surfaces are covered in half-stripped components and welded hole patches. Ankita shoves a box of filters to the floor and sighs. There's no way around it, she starts out of nowhere. We need a new ship mind. I can salvage one. Easy. I like your confidence, Sleeper. Maybe if we check out the Ord Exchange or speak to some scrap dealers. She rubs her forehead. It seems I'm about to do something very stupid. But hey, I came here, didn't I? Why not make a run of it? She fixes you with a hard stare. I wink back. Ding! Sleeper, you've all I've got. No crew, no friends, you're it. She looks uncomfortable. I appreciate the time you've put in on Amber, and I'm sure she would too, if she could. What I'm saying is, if you screw me on this, I will kill you. Oh, no. She leans over and hands you a stack of chits. A big stack of chits. You don't dare to count them. Bring me the shiv mine, Sleeper. Don't make me regret this. You won't. She sighs. Look, just get out of here before I change my mind. You slip out of the gallery and head back towards the main lock. As you do, Amber growls and creaks like a caged animal. You reach a hand out to calm her. The time to find Ankita a ship mind. Somehow. Easy. Easy peasy. Okay. I wonder how many fragments I'll need before I can get one. Ooh. You and the merchants know these fragments are overpriced, but are they willing to admit it? You'll get one chance to see. Oh, interesting. Okay. By ship mine fragments. Okay, I see. Oh, I wish I could haggle. This is so annoying because I already have ship mine fragments. I don't know. I don't know if the game's gonna let me use them though. All right. More importantly, I'm being tracked and we need to do something about this. So let's see what we can do about it. Come on, come on. Yes. All right. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We just needed one more, I think? No, 2 more. Oh, I have them. Okay. All right. You need the facilities to assemble them into a full ship mine. Okay. Ha! Rytron, that's a very good emote. I'd let her kill me. That's pretty good. Fing's eyes light up. Okay, yes. I did the thing. Now reward me. As you enter the bay, Feng is nowhere to be seen. The banks of servers and machines blink out of the dark in staccato rhythms, unseeing eyes of the station's digital ghosts. Shitheads! Feng's voice echoes from behind a stack, followed by the hammer of a fist on a metal casing. These snaky shitheads! Sleeper! Feng's head pops up from behind a stack. Just the emulated consciousness I had been eager to see. Come back here. You pick your way behind the thrumming stacks, trying not to trip on the loose bundle of cables that blanket the dark floor. Fang is sat in front of a set of monitors mounted to a stack. Tell me, Sleeper, what do you see here? Fang waves at a monitor to his side, glowing with pale lists of information. You lean in closer, looking for the links in the data. The tables seem to be filled with personal information. Names, genders, data, ID numbers, all the markers of institutional records. People? People, yes, but whose people? Solheim? Bingo! He taps at the terminal. I pulled these from the old data you brought in. All employees of the Eye's original owners. And he leans past you and scrolls down the list. This one. This is a snaky shithead. He stabs at the screen with a finger. The name reads Hardin Hurst. Who's Hardin? I know it's me. That, says Fang, giving you a sideways look, is the thing. He drags a stool out beside him and motions for you to sit. There just so happens to be a Hardin Hurst in Haven Age. He waits for your reaction. Are you sure? Well, that's where you might be able to help me. Fang leans back in his chair. Just think about it. Decades ago, Hardin worked on the station as a... Fang leans across to look at the monitor. Senior Strategic Operations Executive. Fang raises an eyebrow at you. Our Hardin was keeping the money coming in for Solheim. He defined priority growth initiatives by making sure the extractors they contracted out to were hooked into a system that outsourced all the risk and kept the profit. Good old Hardin shuttled thousands of Palladium Rush workers into an infrastructure which meant that their cut of the work that they did went straight back to Solheim. How do you know this? I grew up here, Sleeper, this is my history. I'm a child of the collapse. Fang turns back to the screen, staring hard at the string of codes flickering by. Before I was born, my parents were Solheim contractors. They ate in Solheim canteens, worked on Solheim ships. They breathed Solheim air and slept in Solheim beds. Fang's voice rises as he speaks, his hands fists on the terminal. And the work that paid for that existence, the cycles of hard extraction out in the belt, Solheim took their cut. This is a company town, so to speak, and my parents were just another in the long line of freelance contractors willing to risk their lives for a shot at anything other than poverty. Disposable. This guy, stabbing at Hardin once again with his finger, strategized all that, did the sums, and then somehow, thousands and thousands of cycles later, is still going, still here, crawling in the walls like some shithead snake. He survived the revolution. Well, surely it can't be him. Fang relaxes a little. Who knows? He turns to you and smiles. So we are going to find out. Hardin is now a big shot at the shipyards, just a few degrees back from the Eye from here. Fang brings up a map of the lower Eye. Haven Age might be born out of Erlin's revolutionary zeal, but a flat hierarchy it is not. Hardin happened to float to the top. Fang zooms in on the far yards. Fang grimaces. The thing is, I don't have access to those systems. The shipyard crew is pretty paranoid, and they don't like anyone from the systems digging around in their stuff. Plus, we need more than just the name of Solheim executive. We need proof. Fang holds up a thumbnail-sized drive. That's where this little creation of mine comes in. I call it a ripper worm. Ha! He turns the drive between his fingers. It'll rip through any digital storage and spin out a silken thread of filtered data. This one is set on the scent of Hardin Hurst. He hands it over. Getting into the compound might be tricky, Fang puts a hand on his shoulder. But you, however, have a particular knack for remote access. Fang grins. If you can extract yourself a Haven Age cipher from a Haven Age agent, they sometimes carry them among their agent caches. You can crack open the compound's network and slot the worm in through any open port. Hey! Ha-cha-cha! You never even need to go near the shipyards. So what do you say? What's in it for me? Rooting out a corrupt snake not enough? Find the information and I'll start working on that tracker of yours. I need this tracker done immediately, Fang. Fang scratches his chin. Anything the worm gets, it'll send it back here to me. There's something wrong here, and I aim to get to the rotten core of it. You leave Fang digging through data among the wires and machines of the old station. As you walk out, you try to imagine the Eye as it was. A vast machine running smooth and strong, directed by people like Hardin. A vast Solheim-built machine in which thousands poured from the surrogate systems looking for a new life. The hope of a better future engineered to line someone else's pockets. It's an idea you are intimately familiar with. You think of Hardin, still alive, still a part of this place, wondering if the past is ever truly past. My dude, I'm hunted. I need you to do this now. My guy? Okay, so I have data, but this isn't the right thing. I need a cipher, I guess. Bad news. Bad news all around. Well, damn. Can't do much about that. Can learn more about the ship. I don't have the haggle skill yet. How do I level again? Oh, I have to finish a thing. Ugh. Well, I'm not gonna have that for a while. I think I might just pay the money. I mean, that's what she gave it to me for. I'm just so annoyed because I have fragments. What do we got over here? Nothing. Insert ship mind. Okay. Wow, I just need a lot of ship minds, huh? I could become a regular at the Overlook. What did you want me to do, bud? You wanted me to... You want some mushrooms. I am going to play the exchange. Yes! Love that! Okay, cool. There's an old ship mine fabrication stack in the back of the market, but only trusted traders get access to it. That's me. That's me. I'm a trusted trader. Right? Where is it? Where'd it go? Yes! Alright, so I need 3 of them. Alright. Cool. Bye, shock trees. You're not going to miss much. We're going to end the stream soon. All right. Excellent. Okay, so I just need one more ship mine fragment. All right, so I think I'm going to... what do I want to do? I want to get a drink so I can unlock this regular. Great. Love that. Okay. Ooh, the glass shatters on the steel bar beside you, and the taunts don't take long to follow. Hey, Haunt! The spacer calls across the low room. What are you doing here? He laughs at his own lame joke. Playing human. I'm gonna shout back at him. Shut up! You spin back off your stool, scrambling for words. A hand falls on your shoulder, but as you flinch away, it pats reassuringly. You freeze in place. A weird little bat. I feel the same way. It's going so quickly. Oh, hey! Love your tats. Hello. Out! The voice comes from behind you, spat out like a shot. You turn to see bright eyes, dark hair, a stare that could breach the walls and vent you all into hard space. Ho-ho! As you turn back to the spacer, the second glass comes sailing through the air. Catch it! You reach up a hand and the glass shatters across your forearm, showering you with fragments. Through the haze of glass and gurgle vapor, you see Tala leap the bar and close the distance to the spacer. Yeah, the thud as he slams into the wall echoes across the bar like thunder. Whew. Now flanked by two other figures quick to their feet, Tala throws the spacer out through the door and stands silhouetted against the rotund lights. You touch your arm and it feels wet. Someone helps you to your feet and back onto your stool. Broken glass rattles as it is cleared, and a fresh measure of gruel is glugged out in front of you. That same hand, warm, heavy, falls onto your shoulder once more. He isn't coming back. We don't tolerate that kind of shit here. Tala flops onto the stool beside you. Let's get a look at you. Hi. Tala wipes the powdered glass from around the wound. And someone places a bottle of alcohol in a metal tin with tweezers on the bar. She disinfects them and then turns to you. That was an ambitious catch, she smiles, pulling a sliver of glass from your forearm. Stupid, but ambitious. You don't feel the pain, only a sting of status messages your body delivers concerning dermal damage and exposed structures. You do feel the care, though, as Tala's bright eyes search your thick synthetic skin for splinters. Watch her. Tala works with the skill of somebody who has had to pick glass splinters from the skin of a stranger before. She hones in on each bright shard, all the time tapping the tweezer tips in little rhythms that only she can follow. So, you been on the eye long? Just arrived. I thought so. I've only seen you here a couple times. Splinter clinks onto the tin. Not everyone is like that idiot. We don't all hate you. She glances around. Some of the regulars, maybe they fear you. Maybe they're just curious. I don't know. But I do know that the Overlook is a safe place. I know what it's like to be in a new place. Trust me, she meets your eye. I'm not trying to convince you of anything or separate you from your chits. I just want you to know that if you need somewhere, you can always come here. I know the rations we've got aren't much and the company is, she leans in, limited. But if you need work, I'll happily put you behind the bar, and if you need shelter, well, we can discuss that. You'll be safe. I usually have Francis here at the door, but he's in the Greenway this cycle, haggling with our supplier. Francis tends to be particular about what we serve, even if the clientele isn't. She places her tweezers in the tin with a clink. That's you, Sleeper. Here. She slides the glass of Griot in front of you. This'll help. She stops, her hand still on the glass. Wait, does this help you? I mean, can you get drunk? Let's find out. She laughs. Just don't sit here too long. I'd hate to see you become a real regular. She walks around the bar, gathering the glasses as she does, and before long is retelling how she threw that spacer out to a new group that just wandered in, complete with dramatic actions. She gestures in your direction, and you instinctively look away, back to the worn surface of the bar. You take a sip of the Griot. The earthy fungal tones fills your senses, almost blocking out the sight and sound, like diving headfirst into a bog. You may not be able to get drunk, but this connection to something grown, something fermented, feels old. It feels good. Great. Okay, cool. Alright, I think I'm going to buy one fragment, and then I should be able to make this thing. Yeah. Alright. And then I make it here. Love this. Okay. Alright, I got a ship mine core. Great. Ah, but do I want to... This is the question. Do I want to give it to the vending machine friend? Rankita. That's tricky. That's tricky. I do have an upgrade available, so I'm going to take care of that. Leaning towards extractor, or maybe I should save up. Double data does sound like it would be really useful. Oh, but so does being able to repair my condition at home. So does re-rolling your dice. These are all really good. I think I'm gonna save up for that. Well, no, I should just use it. It's too early to start saving up. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use these last two dice and then we're gonna end the stream. But I've got to figure out how to use these last two dice. Can't use them in this world, even though this is really what I need to be doing. I could try the ord exchange. How do I get mushrooms? How do I do this? Well, I don't think I can do that. I don't know how to get to where I need to go to do that. So, I think I'm going to... Let's keep working on the winter. We'll do another safe action here. Ooh, I'm glad to hear that, Anxious Topiary. Only 3 mock-ups. That sounds like it's going well. You need to travel to a place that isn't unlocked. Okay, I was wondering about that. Thank you. Okay, cool. Do I want to... I could just... I could try to finish this off. Why don't I'm gonna give her the mind. And she's gonna be so impressed at how quickly I did this. And she's gonna tell me how impressed she is. Oh, see? I should have saved that fucking upgrade point. How annoying. I'm so annoyed. I was wondering if I would unlock it once I gave somebody that mind. I should have saved it. Oh well. Oh well. You drop the ship mine core into the galley table with an emphatic bang. Ankita spins around from where she's been poring over some documents on her slate. Holy shit, Sleeper, did you actually land a ship mine? She rushes over and hefts the huge cylinder, turning it back and forth. Well, shit, it might actually work. She smiles wider than you've ever seen. How'd you get it? I built it. Built it? Well, you are full of surprises. Ankita bangs on the galley wall. Hear that, Amber? The Sleeper got you a new ship mine. The sound echoes down the ship's passages. You have to admit, being in a small space with Ankita when she's this excited is a little intimidating. Oh, goodness. Ankita puts the ship mine back on the table. I'll start the process of fitting it as soon as I can. I might need your help with some of it. She heads back towards the counter to grab her slate. This isn't the only good news today either. It looks like my good karma is finally coming in. She throws the slate onto the table and spins it so you can see the screen. Take a look at this. You see a list of names and numbers, nothing that exciting, along with what looks like a transit timetable. I found them. Found who? My crew. She points at a name on the list. Or, more specifically, Ashton Keed. It was his pass that was used to access Ember and slice the ship mine. I thought he might have been killed or robbed, his pass stolen, but it turns out he crossed the Founder's Gap this very cycle. Wow. I know some of the crew over at the ferry, old mercs, used to run in an outfit I worked with. I saw them in Outlook and they mentioned they saw Ashton crossing. I checked the manifests and there he was. Looks suspicious. He hasn't said a word since the theft, and anyone wanting to hide out might head to the Greenway to go ground. He won't get far, though. There's no real docks out there, only a couple jetties in the wastes. Going after him? Not yet. First I want to fit the ship mine. She pauses. But, maybe you could help me out. Yeah, sure. How? It's like this. I head over there, especially in Amber. He'll spot me a mile off and go underground. He'll find a way to slip the station, or he'll bury him so deep in the waste no one will ever find him. But you, Ashton doesn't know you. All I need is for you to go there and sniff around. Not at the commune, not the stacks. He'll have gone to the edges, the margins, the wild places. That's what Ashton likes. You see him, you locate him. You ping me on this. She hands you a comm earpiece. She gave me her number, guys. Seeing as this is merc work, I'll be happy to give you a merc pay. She shifts in her seat. The thing is, I haven't got much left. So how about I tell the boys who run the ferry to give you a discount? I know it's not much, but once I grab this coward, I'll pay up. 2 on cryo, nothing less. What do you say? She meets your eye. Yeah. She gives you a heavy whack on the shoulder. Good. I owe ya. She lifts the ship mine up on her shoulder with worrying ease. Worrying. I'm gonna go get this fitted into Amber's core. You get any info, any sense of where Ashton is heading, let me know. She goes to turn and then stops. And once again, Sleeper, thank you. I appreciate it. Ankita stomps off into the guts of Amber with a ship mine, leaving you in the galley. You glance around, a sudden nervous energy descending at what is to come. You never thought you'd get work as a mercenary, but then again, it seems the eye is full of surprises. I did it. She's into me. Yes. Okay. I've got one fiver left. I could maybe figure out if I got a good success, the winter light, and that would give me another point, I think. I think that's the best option as far as things I've got right now. Yeah. Let's go for it. Okay, 2, that's pretty good. I got a scrap item, love that. All right. Good turn, very busy. Okay, I'm gonna, I guess, end the cycle and then try to save my game? I assume it's saving whenever I cycle through. Yeah, I can get meds now. I'm very excited about that. Oh, I only get 3 dice? Phew. All right. And none of those are all great dice, but I don't think any of them are going to help me. Okay, autosave went through. All right. This was very fun. I can't wait to play more of this game. Even though it involves me talking a lot, and I don't always love that in a game. But the writing's really good. Honestly, this is giving me very much big Disco Elysium vibes, so I really see why people are into it. I'm into it. And saves when you leave a location, I believe. Okay, good to know. All right. Yeah, this is on Game Pass right now, so if you want to rush ahead and do your playthrough and beat me to the end, you could probably do that before I stream next, which will be Thursday at my normal time, 7 p.m. Central Time. So have a good rest of your week, everybody. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to announce. Not really. Nothing I haven't already told you about. Okay. All right. I'll see you all later. Bye.